Have you read Toxic Sludge is Good for You? Lies, Damn Lies in the Public Relations Industry by John Stauber and PR Watch? If not, you should, because the following will make so much more sense. We all know that we need to keep corporate money from interfering with our elections. We also all know that there's a lot of dirty money in politics already. Not many of us know exactly how deep that rabbit hole goes, or how much further it used to go than today. Today there are all sorts of organizations that don't have any members and exist only as legal paperwork in the desk drawer of some public relations firm. One such group is Citizens United. Citizens United online store is run by the Donatelli Group. The Donatelli Group, in collaboration with Creative Response Concepts, a public relations firm, was behind the Swift Boat Veterans for Truth PR smear. The Donatelli Group's client list also includes the RNC, Bush Cheney 04, John McCain, the NRA, and a long list of GOP members of the House of Representatives and the Senate. Citizens United isn't unique either. There's all sorts of organizations out there that aren't really organizations at all, but only exist as facades for corporate public relations firms, all the while saying that they're fighting for your best interests. In fact, the mission statement of Citizens United is as follows. Citizens United is an organization dedicated to restoring our government to citizens' control. Through a combination of education, advocacy, and grassroots organization, Citizens United seeks to reassert the traditional American values of limited government, freedom of enterprise, strong families, and national sovereignty and security. Citizens United's goal is to restore the Founding Fathers' vision of a free nation guided by honesty, common sense, and goodwill of its citizens. This, of course, like the fake environmental groups that fight against anti-pollution laws, is the exact opposite of what they actually stand for. If you were to change the word citizen to corporation and education to disinformation, then their mission statement would be a little more accurate. What they actually are is a 501c4 organization that creates propaganda for the RNC, and fights against progressive legislation that would actually help to restore government to citizens' control, and spreads disinformation through films that they produce. Now, it used to be that unlimited corporate power was the norm in American elections. And we had robber barons, Teapot Dome scandals, shantyvilles, and our government was extremely corrupt. So legislation has been introduced over the years to make it harder and harder for corporate money to get involved in politics. First, there was the Tillman Act of 1907, which prevented corporations from donating directly to candidates. In 1990, there was a case, Austin v. Michigan Chamber of Commerce, which held that corporations could not directly pay out of Treasury funds for any ads that either supported or opposed candidates. This court decision upheld that this was not a violation of their 14th Amendment rights, which is to say, it didn't violate their corporate freedom of speech. The court decision was based on the notion that corporate wealth can distort elections. Under this court decision, the law still allowed for corporations to make ads under 501c4s and 527s from a segregated fund. The McCain-Feingold bill banned unrestricted soft money donations to political parties, and required that when these organizations create ads, they disclose who funded the ad. It also prohibited the use of corporate treasury funds to pay for or broadcast ads that clearly identified federal candidates and were targeted to their electorate within 30 days of a primary or 60 days of a general election. The McCain-Feingold bill was upheld as being constitutional in 2003 by McConnell v. FEC. Now, Citizens United fucked up. They wanted to broadcast a smear piece they'd created on Hillary Clinton. If Citizens United actually had a broad base of support and wanted to broadcast this using funds that they collected from actual citizens instead of corporations, they would have been able to do it. But because they're just a public relations front organization, most of their money comes from corporations. And so they were in violation of McCain-Feingold. What's crazy is Citizens United actually admits to this. So what's the problem? Well, Citizens United is taking the battle to the Supreme Court. If Citizens United wins this case, it'll overturn over a century of campaign finance reform and allow unlimited corporate power and unlimited corporate funds to enter the political arena. So what does that mean for you? Well, think of an issue that you care about. Health insurance reform, war, torture, student debt, banking reform, whatever. Think about how hard it is now to get anything done on that issue, even with the campaign finance reform laws that we have on the books currently. Now, imagine that the corporations that are responsible for the bad things in regard to that issue, imagine that they have unlimited and unrestricted power to donate to politicians, to broadcast ads, and to create propaganda spreading disinformation. It would be a total corporate takeover of our government. On September 9th, the Supreme Court will be hearing oral arguments on this case. On September 9th, there's also protests going on all around the country. More details at don'tgetrolled.org. Link in the sidebar. If this case decision does go in favor of Citizens United, we need to have a broad base of actual citizens who are actually united to go to Congress and fight for legislation to repair the massive amounts of damage that this decision would create for our election system and for the future of civic activism as we know it. Don'tgetrolled.org. Go there, now, do it. And on September 9th, I want to see you out on the streets. Videotape and photograph your events and post them on Flickr and YouTube with the tag Don't Get Rolled. Well, that's all I gotta say. The ball's in your court.
I sell t-shirts, do-do-do-do-do-do-do. 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 I make t-shirts, do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I sell t-shirts, do-do-do-do-do-do-do.